More theatrics, both inside and outside the courtroom, as convicted killer Jenkins faced a judge and made an unwanted political endorsement. Today, a state psychologist testified about Jenkins' latest mental state. Authorities are trying to get him ready to potentially face the death penalty. Senior reporter Jake Wazakowski spent the day in court. He's live with the very latest. Jake?
Craig, the doctor wouldn't elaborate on if Jenkins' mental health is improving or not. Public defender Tom Riley called for the hearing because he says he's not getting any answers while he still wants Jenkins transferred to a state hospital.
We have to stop using our prison system as a mental health ward.
Jenkins is back in Douglas County for the first time in months. He's being treated to restore his competency, not at a state hospital, but in a prison, the Lincoln Correctional Center. His attorney, Tom Riley, called today's hearing because he never received a response from LRC Director Roger Donovic about how Jenkins was progressing.
I kind of use this as a hearing to get a review and update on where we're at, which I don't think we've got too much information on, to be honest with you.
LRC psychologist Jennifer Simplebone and the assistant LCC warden outlined Jenkins' treatment at the medium maximum prison. He's in a cell almost all day, gets 1 hour for rec 5 times a week, sees an LRC doctor for 1 hour about twice a week for treatment, and gets time to shower. When he's outside his cell, he mostly is shackled by his arms and legs. Doctors have previously testified they don't like to restrain patients to bring them back to competency.
Mr. Jenkins is the only person that anyone can point to who has been deemed to be incompetent and still being held in a prison setting in isolation. And I have grave reservations about, they can call it whatever they want, but being in isolation for 23 hours a day, I cannot believe is conducive to improvement of one's mental health.
One psychiatrist testified that he's tried to give Jenkins antidepressants like Zoloft and Prozac, but he's refused to take them. The doctors and director who testified say they don't have any major concerns about Jenkins' treatment, and he doesn't need to be moved from the LCC.
The process is moving along as they need it to. So, like I said, it's just about letting them do their job, and they know what they're doing, and we'll wait for some results.
State statute says defendants, including violent offenders, are required to have a competency restored at a state hospital, but the Lincoln Regional Center refused to take Jenkins, even though 2 court orders required them to. Jenkins will likely head back to Lincoln tomorrow. Reporting live in the News Center, Jake Wazakowski, KMTV Action 3 News.
A courtroom surprise today, a political endorsement from Jenkins. The convicted killer told those listening, quote, "Vote for Lee Terry. He's a great guy." He went on to call the congressman, quote, "greatest Republican ever." It comes just weeks after a national Republican ad linked Jenkins' early release to Terry's opponent, Brad Ashford. Both campaigns refused comment on Jenkins today.